What's up, investors? It's the Russian dude, and it looks like that the housing market in the US finally started to show the very early preliminary signs of cooling down. So probably one of the questions that a lot of first-time home buyers or just home buyers in general that they have right now in their minds, is it finally a good time to buy? So let's try to see the situation and try to answer this question in today's video. To begin with, the sales of existing homes in the US in the month of July only increased by 0.6%, which is the lowest number since 2012, which is like a 12 years period. And the sales of existing and new constructions, it reduced by 5.8% year over year. This is the worst number in the most recent history, which basically tells you only one thing, that yes, the housing market slowly start to cool down. People are no longer willing to buy houses at extraordinary high prices during the environment of extraordinary high interest rates, which basically pictures a worst case scenario in the housing market in general. Because what usually happens? Usually when the house prices are high, it means that the interest rates are low. Or the opposite, when the interest rates are high, the prices for the houses are low. Now we're facing the scenario of unprecedented, previously ever seen again. High interest rates and high home prices. Well, it only makes sense that nobody wants to buy anymore. Right now, the average 30-year mortgage interest rate is approximately 6.5%, which is high enough. And the median house price, according to the statistics from July, also increased by 4.1% year over year, all the way to $439.2 thousand. Well, obviously, the inflation is no longer that high. The Federal Reserve shows the signs that they are able to handle the situation, and obviously the salaries are not increasing even close to the same rate as the house prices do. And well, once again, it only makes sense that not too many people want to buy in this environment their new houses. Which, by the way, is also very good news from the Federal Reserve, because the house prices was one of the biggest contributors towards the entire inflation situation. And to answer the biggest question of this video, whether this is a good time to buy a house, well, to be honest, obviously I cannot give you a certain answer, but in my opinion, maybe it is rather yes than no. Yes, you can buy a house right now which is expensive, but it is not maybe going to be as expensive when they start to reduce the interest rates, because remember this balance, as soon as they start cutting the rates, it is expected that the house prices will only continue to go up. So the median price of the house at $440,000, what we have right now, might become $500,000, $600,000 or even $700,000 in the distant future. Who knows? But in the meantime, even though we also have the high interest rates, you can always refinance your mortgage in the future. So long story short, you might need to struggle a little bit, paying a little bit higher than you should mortgage payments every single month, but once the interest rates inevitably go down, the mortgage rates will obviously follow. You can always once again refinance your house and start paying lower monthly payments. But obviously, there is never 100% certain solution. We can never tell for sure what is going to happen in the near future. There might be a black swan event. Maybe the Federal Reserve will not cut the rates during the next September FOMC meeting. So this is just a general guideline which I personally would follow. I'm not forcing you guys to follow my strategy. This is what I personally think. This is a food for thought for yourself. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel if this was interesting, informative for both, and see you tomorrow.